Henry is still stuck between his Advanced Leadership Silver and earning his Distinguished Toastmaster Award. So in the meantime, he's working on his second Competent Communicator Award. Today he is giving speech number 9, Persuade with Power. The objectives are to persuade listeners to take some action, appeal to the audience's interest, and avoid using notes. Beware. John is a former preacher, and this is a philosophical speech, and it is 5 to 7 minutes. The name of it is, But Why Is This the Summer of Skate?
Why do we crave distractions, drugs, and adrenaline? Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, last week Skate gave a wonderful speech about his renewed desire to pursue those things in life that give satisfaction to his heart. Those things that he stopped doing and now he wants to get back to. And he named that resolution the Summer of Skate. And I want us to ask the question to ourselves, why do we want to have the Summer of Skate? I want to throw 3 ideas at you. We want something out of our hearts. First point, we despair. Quote, most men lead lives of quiet desperation and go to the grave with the song still in them. End quote. Henry David Thoreau. We despair. I don't know where you're coming from this morning, but I think we fall into 2 categories. We either believe we're a chemical reaction or a creation. In either case, in these short 8 or 9 decades that we have in this life, we want meaning. Our hearts long for meaning. We want something to satisfy us in life. 6 years ago, I was in despair. I chose to quit my career as a pastor because I reached a point where my definition of church no longer made sense. I no longer believed that same definition that I was raised with, that it's a place you go on Sunday morning, it's an event, and it's an institution or even a corporation. No, I wanted to return to the ancient definition that it was a group of people that shared a common faith. And that caused a crisis in my life. Because this is what I trained for, to serve in this institution. And now I was going to leave it and start over from scratch. But my heart longed for meaning. And the despair I was experiencing caused me to make a choice to change my lifestyle. Second point, we despair, so we're often given to distractions. Despair and now distractions. Quote, our inventions are wont to be pretty toys, which distract our attention from serious things. They are but improved means to an unimproved end. End quote. Henry David Thoreau. So we create bucket lists. So we create lists of things we have to do. So we get involved with sports and activities, and we live in Park City because we want distractions in our life. We want things to fill up our hearts. We want those things. And I want them as much as any of you. I started rock climbing with my family this year. We got all the gear, the ropes and the harnesses and everything so we could go out. There's something about feeling alive hanging off the side of a dangerous cliff. We long for meaning in our life. And I believe in a God-given desire for adventure. I believe in that. But sometimes that desire can be misplaced, and sometimes we are just trying to, in vain, fill up a void inside our hearts that we can never fill. It's something Blaise Pascal coined the idea of a God-sized hole inside of us. We shove all this activities. We subscribe to Netflix or Blockbuster, and we drink wine or alcohol, or we love our caffeine in the morning. I love chocolate. I love the buzz. We love the activity of sports because it makes us feel alive, because we want meaning in our life. Third point. We despair. We're often given to distractions because we long for a design. Quote, I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. End quote. Isn't Thoreau talking about purpose? He didn't want to, should we have the luxury of contemplating our life on our deathbed, he didn't want to get to that point and go, oh, I don't have any purpose. Because each of us in this room, we fear a life of regret. We get to a point where we go, oh, I don't want to look back and realize I missed it. I failed to do anything of meaning. Henry David Thoreau went to the woods to ponder. And I want everybody in this room to go home and find that comfortable spot in front of your view windows that we all live here to enjoy. Turn off all of your electronics and get a simple glass of water to sip on. And ponder the question, why do I crave distractions, drugs, and adrenaline? Madam Toastmaster.